Hello and welcome to another cube. I think this is a 22nd one. Not really sure what to do with this pack. I mean, Sour for me is the most entertaining card because it's blue, it has a nice effect. But I'm just not sure if it's good enough. Then again, I really do love blue. This needs to be drafted around, so it's fine if you pick it up now, but there's not a lot of mana acceleration in artifacts because it's not a powered cube, so there's no signets and stuff like that. And if you have something like this, you probably want Earthquake as well. So then I would have to pick up Earthquake as first pick and hope this wheels. And if it doesn't, I have an Earthquake, which is still a fine card. But I'm gonna go for Sour just because I like it a bit more. And then we can follow it up with a powerful Eaterling, which is just a really good finisher. Domri is obviously really good as well. Excuse me, really good as well, but not in my deck. Or not with blue. Well, maybe if you have survival or something, and you then go 3 colors. Then Domri is actually pretty good, but usually blue you have a lot of non-creature spells, so let's pick up the Eaterling here. Fort of Will, not a big fan of. Oblivion Ring is probably the best card, because Scroll is really good. Mystic Snake is fine. But going with green, you usually have low amount of creatures, of removal. Sorcery, power 2 or less. Maybe. I think Mystic Snake has a more powerful effect. It's more entertaining to draft these colors, so out of these, it's gonna be a Birthing Pot, and we're gonna go Birthing Pot deck. Yeah, let's do it. So we're obviously looking for creatures. Manowar is a good creature. Negate is fine, Fairy Conclave is fine, but we're gonna go for the Manowar. Excuse me while I eat a bit here. Didn't assume the queue would pop that fast. Just came back from car control. I don't know what's it called in our language. Yeah, let's try it. Never done it before. So basically, when you have a new car, after 4 years, you have to go get it checked up. And then every 2 years, so had to go there, but it's like a long line. It's like an hour long. So start recording a bit later than I wanted to. And the same, of course, for dinner. It's like 2:20 at this moment, which you can actually see in the bottom left. Well, what time it is that I record this. So I still have to eat. But then the queue popped, so I was like, yeah, let's do this. I'll have like 3 minutes after deconstruction, I guess, and then we have round 1. So a little bit here. I didn't get to record anything during the weekend, sadly enough. Mother was in the hospital for like 3 weeks prior to that, which is the reason why I didn't record anything else either. Like none of the other Let's Plays or other videos ever got recorded that I planned. And she came home on Saturday morning, so a lot of things to do here. But then stuff went wrong, and now she had to go back to the hospital, so yeah. Man, these cards are all terrible. In the colors that I have, I think the Fairy is pretty good. Because it's a 5-drop, it's a nice 5-drop, it fits the colors, so let's do it. Misdirection is usually a good card. We'll pick it up. I haven't played with it yet in Cube, but I assume it's gonna be really good and entertaining. At its worst, it's a 2-for-1 for the opponent. At its best, you can win the game on it, so yeah. We can go for a 3rd color already, or we can just go Nature's Claim as a sideboard option, or even main deck, we'll just see. But despite being passed a birthing pot. Green doesn't seem to be open. What do I want? I definitely want an opposition. What is the card that I would like the most? Guess a Chroma's Vengeance, because it's good against me as well. If I don't have the mana, if I splash it, I can cycle it. Seems unlikely with the ID that I have of this deck that I'll be splashing a mass removal card that even removes the birthing pot, but you never know which way the draft will go. I guess it'll be the Demon Charm. It's blue, it's splashable maybe. It does some things like stop aggro or, you know, search top cards of your library for a card. It's really not that great of a card. Demon Charm. Only two options are sometimes relevant. It's so narrow. Like counter target sorcery spell is narrow. Destroy target creature with power 2 or less is pretty narrow. And then the last ability is just, you know, card disadvantage. Because you know, expend a card from your hand into nothing. Let's go for the bear. And, well, while I do like Conclave, is it Charm better? No, right? I mean, it's good, but I have to go for red to that. Nah, let's pick up the Fairy Conclave. Willbender, Wield, definitely picking that one up. So yeah, let's hide these two for now. Keep in mind that we have a Demon Charm. And an Esper Charm, so yeah, lots of splashes going on. So no one sees Esper, or the guy didn't want to pick it up. Because he didn't value it. Pretty cool thing with Esper Charm, it only has one target effect, which is the discard part. So back when it was legal in Standard, people were like, yeah, what are you targeting? And when you said, I'm targeting myself, it basically implied that you targeted yourself with the discard effect. So then it just gets called and you had to discard 2 cards. Not really that fun of a thingy. But a lot of people, you know, fell for it, I guess. Yeah. If you read it says, destroy target enchantment, draw 2 cards, but that's basically you, it does not target, or target player discards 2 cards. So when you say that you target yourself, you basically say that you're electing to discard 2 cards. So yeah, that happened. I think it was a Pro Tour even, I'm not sure about that. It was a few years ago, of course. I think it was Amsterdam even. Nah, can be. Amsterdam, boom, 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 boom. Well, it's possible. The Belgians played a pretty cool deck then. Wow, we got a Polyncross. It's really good. What do we want else? Maybe the Bio, so we can splash. Daze is fine. Dissipate is okay. Necrotal is obviously fine as well. But we're gonna go for the pretty broken 4-drop here. Mauldrifter, huh? Versus Wickerbrilder. I think Mauldrifter is better, just because it draws cards. Don't see what else except the Wickerbrilder that I would want out of this. Maybe the Sulphur Falls, but I don't have anything red. Yeah, pick up a Mauldrifter. Vesuvian Shapeshifter. So that's pretty good with stuff like Mauldrifter or Polyncronos, because then it has Monstrosity. We can also make it a new Airling, we can give it Manowar effect, we can stack these, we can Willbender every single turn. But there's also Library and a Genesis. And I think a Library is just so good. Hinterland Harbor, so we want actually 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, 5 even, that we wouldn't mind seeing wheel. 6 maybe if you count the Trend Dynamo, but I don't think so. Wolfir is really good. It's a nice 5-drop to get. It's a really powerful card. Same with Rifting Cloudscape. It's basically a 2-drop, so yeah. We're never gonna use Zone 5. We do want another 6 though. In the colors that we run, I think the best 6-drop would probably be Sphinx. The 4/6, that's Consecrated Sphinx, right? Yeah. Obviously, we're in green, so we do also want some mana acceleration. Some kind of elves. We haven't seen a single one though, so we haven't passed up on any. They just haven't been coming. Instant or sorcery spell seems unlikely. I'll be guessing those. I have one at this point, which isn't that great. Ludurukor obviously better. Allows us to, you know, have a nice 2-drop and stuff like that. Deranged Hermit. Oh. Deranged Hermit versus Plowlander. I think we obviously wanted Deranged Hermit over Plowlander, but it's another 5-drop. Well, it basically gives us a third 5-drop because the others can be cast earlier. Let's take a Spreading Siege just to punish some decks. I don't know if we'll main deck it or not. Doesn't matter yet. It's good against those really greedy decks that play like 4 colors. It's good against I don't know, bounce lands, Karoo lands, if they're still played. We're still in this format. Yeah, they're still in this format. Okay. And obviously it's a 2-drop that cantrips. In M10 this was reprinted. Obviously not on this form. It was 1 blue. But I played Grumpy Gothenburg in M10. Did end top 64 back then. Always drafting blue. I mean, my sealed was blue. My I think both of my drafts were blue as well. Blue, black, and blue, green. So Days did wheel. We'll pick it up over these. I mean, you could create so much tempo in the format with cards like the Bouncers. Out of this, the Cascade Bluffs. Won't play it yet, but you never know if you get a really good red card. I might splash it. Seems unlikely, but Palladium Mirror Wield. We'll pick that one up. Not sure if I'll play it. The Rot Farm seems better if you want to splash the Dimir Charm that we have. But it seems unlikely. I mean, we need 3 more cards at this point. We have 15 cards to go, or 14 cards to go. How many are there? Is it 15? I'm not sure. Normally it's 15. Yeah. So we get a really nice sword. Not except Lodestone Golem, not really creature I want. Seeing that we are creature based, I think having a sword is pretty good. So we will pick it up here. I mean, there's no way I'm passing up that sword, right? Shardless Agents versus Birds. I think both are fine, but I'll pick up the Birds because it's a 1-drop. It can start the chain with Birthing Pod as well, and then I hope this wheels. It might not, it might wheel, but we'll see. I mean, it's a Birds. Venser obviously better than anything else here. Augur is fine, but we don't actually have any or a lot of sorceries or instants. We have 1 and 2, which I don't even know if I'll play. So this most likely will just be a 1/3. In that case, you know, Venser is just that much better. Dover is there, not a big fan. Creeping Tarpon is there, but we're not playing black. Not with the card that we have, just a Dimmer Charm. So Venser is obviously better. Brainstorm, huh? What a trash. I think I'll just pick up the Flooded Grove. Just for fixing. I mean, we don't have any fetch or shuffle except Birthing Pot, so Brainstorm isn't that great. Smokestack is fine, but I think I'll rather have some fix. Cortezar dies, Mind's Desire is terrible, Arbor Elf isn't that great, but it's a creature. So yeah, let's play it. I mean, it accelerates us into 3 drops. It's a creature, it's a 1-drop creature. So we have 1 card too many already, which will probably be the Phantasmal Bear. Then after that it'll be the Daze. I think we have 3 finishers. We have this, this, and this. This is basically an immortal finisher. This is a really strong finisher, as in I have a big creature. This is just, on its own a 4 mana 5/5 is pretty good. None of you, it eats things alive. Seriously, it just eats things. Like, this is so good in standard, but it's also decent in cube. And seeing that Wizards always wants to have things creature dominated, such as standard and legacy even these days, it's a good card. So Overwhelm Tracker, obviously a nice card to have to start fighting things. Great removal card in green. You usually want it if you play green, so I have it. So this is a 2-drop, this is a 3-drop. So our curve looks pretty fine. This is actually also a 3-drop if you want to. We still have 1 card too much, which I think will be the Daze. Doesn't do anything for me. Well, I do have Ether Vial, but I'm not gonna play that. Or am I? I think out of all these cards, maybe Rancor. In case I'm up against a control deck and want to go aggro. Trinket Mage for Ether Vial just doesn't seem good. Neither does Underground Sieve. I cannot pick up a Shadow Mage and Infiltrator at the same time. And Exploration is just terrible in this format. So just pick up Rancor. Elvish Mystic or Show and Tell. I think Elvish Mystic is better than Arbor Elf. So there's that. And if I want to, I could play both even. I got the Palladium Mirror, even though it's another 3-drop to go through. We'll see. Like, it's possible that I want 3 mana accelerations on turn 1. There's Bone Splitter to pump my creatures a bit more. There's Frozen Grip as another sideboard option. I think in a creature-based format, I already have a decent equipment. I think I want a Frozen Grip just in case my opponent has broken things, and Shardless Agent Wheel, nice. Out of these, obviously not gonna play one of these two, but I think Augur Bullet has the most odds to be played. Especially seeing that I have a Frozen Grip and stuff in the sideboard. I'll pick up a Smokestack, it's pretty good against control decks. We have low mana permanence, and I have stuff like the Ranged Hermit, which is really good. Smokestack, it's annoying to play against if you're a control deck and cannot counter it. But I'm not gonna main deck it, it doesn't fit the theme of my deck. Question is, which card do I still cut? I still need to cut a single card. Mind's Desire, never gonna be played. Maybe the Teferi has to go. Life from the Loam, huh? Broken. Putrid Grip. Something like that. I don't know how good Edric is. but I assume it's a good card. So yeah, let's check this out. Blue, green, sword, palladium, none of these. So no to Mind's Desire. This is a 3. This is 2, sorry. No to Rancor, no to Nature's Claim, no to Bear, no to Corrosion, no to these. How many do I have now? 2 too much. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, let's sideboard out and bring it in against some decks. So it's either Palladium here or Arbor Elf here. Let's see. Oh, this guy's done in like a minute. Really nice. No clue how he did that. This isn't the creature spell, but I mean, it makes creatures. Is the ranged Hermit really good? So many creatures. I think having an Arbor Elf is better than Palladium here. What can I shardless into? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but they're all decent cards. I mean, I can always cast them. There's no point in not casting them if I hit them with shardless, and I obviously want to hit Library. But if I play Palladium over Arbor Elf, the odds of hitting Library with shardless increases. But I want to be able to cast turn 2, what? Turn 2, Burning Pot, turn 2, Sword of Fire and Ice. Yeah, okay. So one turn 1 acceleration basically. Is there anything else? No, I don't think so. I mean, this doesn't work together with my own sword, so it's not that great of a card. If I have options too much. So let's. Those are lands. We already have a blue. It's probably something like this. Piles back color. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, I think it's something like this. So just even on the lands. And I'll see you guys for round 1.